right into the middle of it. Explosion. Flight guide, it's right in the middle of the building.
At 9:03, Flight 175 hits the South Tower. Panic spreads around Lower Manhattan. Colonel Bob Marr is shocked to see the reports from the live television news.
At that point, our entire mindset shifted. Now New York is under attack.
This is no war game. It's the real thing. He sends the F-15s direct to Manhattan.
Whatever altitude they need to go for center to make that work is fine with me. But that's the area I want them to go and hold.
9:04. At the FAA Command Center, Ben Sliney, on his first day as National Operations Manager, faces an unimaginable challenge.
Now all aircraft in the sky were becoming suspicious to me. Immediately, I ordered a national ground stop order, meaning that no aircraft in the nation could now take off and join our airspace.
9:05 a.m. Primary radar picks up American Airline Flight 77 en route from Washington to LA, and it's miles off course. 11 minutes earlier, the flight had begun to turn away from its planned route when it switched off its transponder and radio contact was lost. Now, just a blip on radar screens. The flight has turned back east, heading towards the nation's capital. The F-15 fighter jets reach Manhattan. It's now a scene of devastation. At the same time, 500 kilometers away, at Langley Air Force Base, Virginia, another 2 fighter jets, F-16s, are deployed in the hunt for Flight 11. At 9:32, American Flight 77 is still heading east towards the nation's capital.
We had 11 reports of hijacked aircraft in the area. And so we're trying to determine which ones were more credible and which ones weren't. That's when we said about the best we can do is assume that perhaps Washington, D.C. is going to be a target.
Only at 9:36, when they are 240 kilometers from Washington, D.C., are the jets vectored towards American 77 and Washington airspace. .37 a.m.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We're looking at a live picture from Washington, and there is smoke pouring out of the Pentagon.
Seeing America's Defense HQ in flames, Ben Sliney takes decisive action.
3 was just too much to bear and not do something about it. I can't physically control all the aircraft, but I can certainly eliminate all the aircraft from the sky.
This is Ben Sliney, head of ATC.
That was the point at which I gave the order to land all aircraft at the nearest airport, regardless of their destination.
Over 4,000 aircraft in American airspace all begin to land. It's an unprecedented move.
It did cross through my mind that, of course, they could fire me for that, but I didn't really give that a lot of thought.
Even as flights are landing, by 9:44, air traffic controllers have spotted a 4th plane, United 93, start to follow an ominous pattern.
United 93 had deviated from its route of flight and had changed its transponder code.
Heading from Newark to San Francisco, the flight had been contacted 20 minutes earlier by United ground staff, warning the pilots of possible intrusions into the cockpit. 9:59. At the World Trade Center.
Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes.
the 110-story South Tower collapses. And air traffic controllers are now trying to work out if United 93 has been hijacked.
Even at that late juncture, there was a possibility that it was an electrical failure on United 93, and the aircraft was trying to get to an airport to land, and yet had no communication whatsoever.
Sliney can only track the plane as it appears to head for the Washington, D.C. area. The U.S. Air Force F-16s rushed to set up a defensive patrol above the nation's capital.
As we were watching United 93, we received a report from an aircraft in the area of a large smoke plume emanating from the ground. We made the presumption that that aircraft had struck the ground in western Pennsylvania.
The plane comes down just 20 minutes flying time short of Washington, D.C. All 44 passengers and crew are killed.
These are the first pictures we have in. Initial reports indicated no survivors.
25 minutes later, in downtown Manhattan, the North Tower of the World Trade Center collapses. In the space of just 102 minutes, the 4 hijacked planes have claimed the lives of almost 3,000 people. And before the dust settles, the largest criminal investigation in American history begins.